Hello everyone, welcome to the Northland Artists Conversation. My name is Mark Kelly. I am your host, your guide, and yep, your Sherpa. So much so, producer Andrew actually put it on a hat for me. Thanks, producer Andrew, that's awesome. We are recording this start of June? No, I think we're sort of in the first third of June. It's cold. It's very, very cold tonight. It's going to be quite a cold night. But I guess it's winter. If you also hear me going, it's because there's cough lollies. Because everyone at this time of year runs the risk of getting sick. So please look after yourself if you're not feeling well. I'm going to flick to my camera now. Ta-da! This guest's podcast is one that's been in the works for a number of years. And I get to say years because that's actually true. We've been trying to get this guest on for a while. And, you know, sometimes things don't align. You go yes, and then you can't because life gets in the way. So to get this guest on has been amazing. And I'm so incredibly thankful for them reaching out to us when they were ready. And they said, yep, I'm good to go. So I'm going to keep this intro short, because this is a great podcast. Please make sure you stick around right to the very end. We get pretty deep, we get pretty heavy in some really intense topics, but I can promise you they're absolutely worth it. So let's sit down and have a conversation with Mark Graham.
Printmaking in its nature is pretty niche. We're like little hobbits up at the quarry, you know, like hiding in the back, like making art.
Yeah. Well, it's such a I don't even know how to say it. Like, it's such an old tradition.
Yeah.
As well, and it is kind of getting lost, right?
100%.
I was watching a YouTube video where someone was talking about the lost art of claymation.
Yep.
And the studio that did like Coralie and the Box Trolls and all that sort of stuff. That studio was bought by, I can't remember who it was, but it's a guy who's got like millions of dollars. And he bought it because his son was like, well, I enjoy doing this. And dad just...
I need a dad like that.
Keeps funding it. Well, it's interesting, right? Because it's keeping such an old school tradition alive.
Yep.
And, you know, I think with the exception of like Wallace and Gromit and all that sort of stuff, right?
Well, like, I cried when I found out the Wallace and Gromit factory burnt down.
Yeah,
and they lost all the reference models, so they couldn't make new ones, and it took them so long to come out with the new one, Vengeance Most Foul, I think it was.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what do you mean you only had like one warehouse for this thing? Like, it should be an international treasure.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, you know, it goes to show, you know, things like that you don't have, like when you create stuff, right? You often have backups of backups.
If you're smart.
In the digital segment, right?
Yeah.
You have backups of backups, right? Because if one backup shits itself, you've got a redundancy.
If you're smart, I didn't do that either in my graphic design career.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is, like with Wallace and Gromit, you would never really think, oh, I've got all of this reference stuff. I better have another lot of reference stuff.
Yeah, true.
And then you've got was it one of the vaults?
Yep.
Film vaults that burnt down. They were like, wow, we've lost a bunch of stuff now.
Well,
It's gone forever.
I'm a massive Doctor Who fan. Like, it's tattooed on my arm.
Yep.
And like...
You saw our Doctor Who guest?
Blue.
No. Neil,
I need to watch that. But
you do.
Blue mentioned that they were a fan of Doctor Who, and that's how they got the name. But like, I have, like, it's hard to see at the minute, but there's Daleks, a blue phone box and stuff on my arm.
Outstanding.
And there's literally lost episodes of that.
Mm-hmm. Neil?
Yep.
Found one. He's one of the guys that actually... So... Oh, this is such a weird start to the conversation. Anyway, Mark Graham, thank you for joining us on Northland Artists Conversation. Anyway, back to where we were. Anyway, it's only taken 4 years, you prick. Anyway.
I have an answer for that. I got
go on.
diagnosed with ADHD since then.
Right.
So I wasn't diagnosed when we met.
Yeah.
Had a fair idea.
So did I.
I'd only just gotten sober as well when we met.
Yeah, but that was a while ago, man.
Yeah. So I got 4 years of sobriety under my belt.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
It's one of my proudest things.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like my life's been a bit
wobbly.
Wibbly. Yeah.
Wibbly wobbly. All right. Okay. We've celebrated that. Back to Doctor Who.
Back to Doctor Who. Real good achievement, Mark, but the Doctor.
Well, exactly. Yeah, Neil, Neil came in, sat down, talked with us. He is a real Whovian, like a legitimate Whovian. And he found a lost episode that the BBC hadn't been able to locate. He found it, and then, through some magic, he was able to give it back to the BBC. So anytime he was telling the story, he went down to Papa when there was a big Doctor Who exhibition on, and he was walking around somewhere and stopped and had a look at something, and one of the people kind of came up to him and said, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "I'm just having a look at this." And the person was like, "If you need to touch it, you go right ahead, Neil." They just knew him. And I was like, that has got to be the coolest story.
Yeah.
The fact that they were just like doing that. And I was just like, wow. So yeah, very cool. Good podcast. Check it out.
All right, I will.
Thank you. Anyway, yeah, I know. How do we get here?
Just started talking.
We did. That's how it goes, right?
Yeah.
We'll figure this out as we go.
Sweet.
Okay. You are a arsehole for taking 4 years to come on. No, I'm kidding.
No, it's fine.
No, you're not.
It's been sitting, burning away at the back of my brain. And I'm just like, I need to go do this. They're interviewing my friends. I should go do this. They interviewed a student of mine. I should go do this. Okay, I'm just going to go do this.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing is we've kind of caught up at least like once a year.
Yep.
And it's been like, hey, get you on the podcast. Yeah, book me in. Oh, no, I can't make it. All right, cool. Following year. And it's been like that. So I hadn't like put you on the back burner, but I was like, well, Hamish, the great Hamish, came on and was so cool. And in the back of my head, I was like, well, maybe if Mark sees this, he'll be like, maybe this isn't as hard as I'm making it out to be, or I wait for things in my life to settle down.
Yeah.
And then you might revisit it. But we would be here and you'd do it when you were ready. So I was like, well, we've tried a few times. Excuse me. And it hasn't panned out. But that's cool. We weren't going anywhere. We knew that at some point that you would find us.
Yeah.
So I am very, very gracious that you reached out and said, again, and said, yeah.
Yeah, so I did with my men's mental health group and the charity I'm part of and the sobriety thing, I did a live Instagram thing.
Oh, wow.
With one of the guys in the group and a sober coach, and I was just like talking through like everything. I was like, oh, it's not that bad. It's just one person I'm talking to,
Yeah.
Just don't look at the 50 live people watching it.
No,
and the fact that it's going to be up on the internet forever.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
And, so we've had some really... we've had a wide range of amazing guests. We had one guest that came on, and they came in, and we sat down, and we were just sort of talking. And I was like, "Sweet, we're going to go into the studio, and there'll be lights and cameras." And they were like, "Cameras?" And I was like, "Yeah. This goes out on the internet. It's cameras. It goes up on YouTube." "Oh, I was told a podcast was only audio." And I was like, "Nope. When we were emailing you, we sent you a link to watch the YouTube video." "Oh, but I don't think that would be me." Anxiety levels increase naturally, but by the end of it, there was lots of laughter and things like that. I think once you kind of settle into it and get a bit more comfortable, then it becomes a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, and I've only wanted to give you a little bit of shit.
Keep it coming.
No, that's it. I think I gave you a little bit with when Hamish was on the podcast.
Yeah, I just watched that tonight. So,
and then we've even as you were walking down the driveway, you were like, "It only took me 4 years." I was like, I actually wasn't going to say anything, but seeing as you've brought it up, that means it's okay.
it was another thing Hamish said was like he's more comfortable with getting insults than compliments.
Yeah.
I'm 100% in that boat too.
Yeah. So there will be a few compliments tonight.
Oh,
I know. We'll really drive that anxiety. No, we won't.
no, that's fine. Face your fears.
Exactly. YOLO? Or is it FOMO?
Yoda? You only die... Well, you can't make an A for once, but... Yodo, you only die once.
Yeah. You only die active?
Yeah, oof.
Seems quite dark, though.
Yeah, it does.
Except if you're, like, really healthy running on a beach and then drop dead of a heart attack. That would then be applicable.
That's why I don't run.
Yeah, exactly. I'm dead if Zombieland ever happens. What's that first rule of number 1? They'll come for the fatties. Oh, cardio. It's cardio, right? Yeah. As we sort of alluded to earlier, you do kind of a lost or a bit more of a dying art than a lot of others. Talk me through sort of your earlier life. Were you naturally creative? Were your parents creative? Was it a creative household? What was it like growing up for you?
So for me, my mum always joked that like I started drawing on walls before a paper like every kid does, but then I just never stopped.
Right.
So I used to be one of those graffiti kids.
Yeah. Nice.
It wasn't really for me when I realised the amount of trouble I was about to get into.
So you actually did graffiti?
Graffiti, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I went to boarding school at Auckland. I went to Auckland Grammar.
Okay.
And I used to sneak out and go do graffiti.
Bombing? Was that what
it was? Bombing. So tagging. I was
Yep.
one of those guys. Bombing, pieces, all of that.
Yeah.
Breaking into like the bowling club in Newmarket because it was abandoned.
Oh, wow.
And painting that and
Yeah.
like bribing the homeless people with cigarettes to like leave us alone while we paint.
Interesting.
At 16.
Okay.
So, like,
Yeah.
incriminating myself here. But
Right, statute of limitations.
yeah, if I had have been caught doing that, like looking back, I would have been kicked out of boarding school.
Yeah.
Kicked out of school and back to like high school locally. Would have been like, not want to throw shade at Odomatea, but I was at Auckland Grammar and I got to go to Europe and India.
Holy shit.
Odomatea, where they go to Kaiwi Lakes, I think, like...
Right, yeah.
So...
If I have choices...
I have choices, yeah. So I am, I don't know when I realised that, but when I did, I was like, okay, no, I'm going to Gordon Harris and buying a canvas.
Okay,
but
right.
My parents have always been supportive of my art. Like, my mum, she was one of my biggest supporters.
Yeah.
And, like, since she's passed, like, it's 10 years... on Monday next week.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So I've been doing everything I can to stay being an artist since then because that's what
Yep.
she wanted for me.
Yep.
My dad's always been a big supporter. Lately, it's quite a lot of financial support from him for it. Thank
Yep.
you, Dad.
Appreciate you, Dad.
Yeah, appreciate you. But yeah, my whole life drawing in books. My teacher gave me an extra sketchbook to draw in, so like I would finish the work.
Yeah.
And then draw in that book.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So, like, they motivated me so I could go draw. So, yeah, like, always been supported in the arts, which has been pretty cool.
Earlier you talked about a recent ADHD diagnosis, and you've obviously sort of spoken about school and stuff like that. How was school in general for you? Let's let's put the troubled youth, terrorizing stuff. Let's put that to...
wasn't really troubled youth and terrorizing, like...
You were paying homeless people cigarettes. That's enablement.
That's normal.
According... Yeah, no, I too can say I did that. For listeners, I'm shaking my head. No.
No, well, like, that was just the way to paint anyway.
But what was school like for you?
School was a mixed bag for me.
Okay.
So my dad was the deputy principal at my primary school.
Oh.
And my teacher for a year.
Oh, that's awkward.
Which is why I was really happy to go to boarding school.
Yeah, I bet.
Got to be my own person.
Mm-hmm. Did kids pick on you?
Yeah, 100%. I was one of the only gingers at primary school. I remember when the second ginger kid came to school, I was like, I have a friend.
Well, you can't, and it's funny because you can't say you have a soulmate.
I have two souls, they're on my shoes.
Exactly.
So yeah, it was quite... So I went from really small town school, Mangawhai Beach Primary,
Oh, wow.
It's not that small anymore, but
No,
back then,
very big now.
back then I remember when we got like 100 pupils or 200 pupils. Went from that to Auckland Grammar.
That's a culture shock.
Hugely.
Wow.
500 people in my year, all boys,
Yeah.
obviously. And I wasn't living at home. I turned 13 while I was at boarding school.
What was there like a specific decision from your parents to go, what was it one of those things where it was like, we want to give Mark the best opportunities we can, we feel like a boarding school is for him, or did they go, he's a douche, have at it?
Well, my third
Or
form,
a combination of both.
my third form Latin teacher, Mr. Fleming.
Latin.
Yeah, that's the kind of school I went to.
Alrighty then.
I dropped Latin pretty quickly.
Okay.
But he figured out that I was an only child and got sent to boarding school.
Okay, right.
So I got a lot of shit for that. But it was more the opportunities that were there, like the art. I was always into art. The art department there was massive. And then my mum's boss, his two sons went through Auckland Grammar and Tibbs House as well.
Okay.
So like we knew what the school was like beforehand.
Yeah.
And I was like, I always remember wanting to go.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I don't know what a normal high school would have been like for me.
Yeah. Was there a high school in Mangawhai area?
Not at Mangawhai, it's Odomatia or Rodney High. Rodney in Welsford or Odomatia in
Oh, wow.
Rangataota.
Okay, yeah.
Where all the kids that didn't like my dad went.
Right, okay, yeah.
So bullies at both schools.
Outstanding.
I mean, I got bullied at Auckland Grammar too. It's just part of the parcel.
A different kind of bullying at an all-boys school, yeah?
Yeah, and being a ginger who liked emo music.
You weren't doing yourself any favours, right?
Not at all. Not at a rugby school. And I did.
Yeah.
I did fencing and rock climbing.
Yeah, that's so funny. So I went to an all-boys school.
Yep.
I went to Gisborne Boys High School. And they were known nationally for two things: rugby and cricket. First year I played soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Second year was badminton.
Yep.
And then I discovered drama.
Ooh, I can imagine the names you got called.
Yes. However, the upside of that was at lunchtime I would go to the drama room and watch movies.
Yep. I hung out in the art department and did drawing and painting and played on Photoshop.
There you go. Upsides. You know, I remember sitting in drama class, just sitting there having my lunch, and I got to watch Mel Gibson's Hamlet, and I remember it being, it would be like absolutely gunning down with rain, and all these like rugby people would be like, "Let us in, sir." It's like, no, you're an asshole. But it was a very clear line.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it was.
Yeah.
When you go to a single-sex school, there's a very clear division.
Yeah.
It's either athletic or academic. And I know Auckland was super athletic.
Still is.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. And like, I got into it too, like the Kings being our arch rival.
Yeah.
Like, I still see like this colour on the walls. I'm like, ugh, Kings.
Oh, right.
Like, I've been back to the school to watch the Kings Grammar rugby games. There's more people at those matches than some of the All Blacks games I've seen on TV.
Wow.
Like, I'm a member of the Old Boys Association.
Yeah.
My son is already on the list to go to Auckland Grammar for like.
That's awesome.
He's only 5. He's turning 5 in a couple of months. Like,
very cool.
Like, if you want to go, you can go.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how much I can not condition him to want to go with how good of experience I actually had.
Yeah. And it's interesting because like high school is the real formative years, right? You can look back on high school with either rose-colored glasses, and go, it was amazing, and you kind of forget about the ugly stuff, or you remember only the ugly stuff, and you just become bitter and cynical about everything else.
So I try and remember both.
Right.
Try and remember both. Like, there were definitely times where I didn't want to be there.
Yep.
I think every kid has that when they're at school.
Bunking.
bunking, I only did a couple of times because you couldn't get away with it being at the hostel.
No.
Because your teachers lived with, but I could sneak out at nighttime, and I don't think if they watch this, they'll know now.
Yeah, without that little shit. Anyway, okay. So, it's probably fair to say that high school was a mixed bag.
Yep.
Of both positives and negatives.
Yep.
And you talked about having sort of a defining moment when you're breaking out and you're doing your tagging. What happened?
Sitting in the back of a cop car, pleading for them to drop me like a couple of houses away from the boarding house.
Wow.
And the cop's like, why? I'm like, because if I get caught doing this, like with you guys, it's one thing. With them, I lose school.
It's everything, right?
It's everything. I'm back to living in the country where, kids were smoking pot at age 11 that I knew.
Where you grew up?
Where I grew up.
Wow.
And
wow.
Auckland Grammar, you still had the same things.
Yes.
Obviously.
Yep.
And you had kids doing worse things.
Yes.
But there was more people, so I wasn't having to associate. I don't know. But,
yeah. Safety in numbers, right?
Yeah. So I knew I didn't want to go back to school in Northland.
A rural school. Yeah. Okay.
And getting kicked out of school would mean probably not getting into university. Because I'm still I'm at that era where you have to go to university straight out of high school or you're never going to get a job.
Oh, yeah, those days. Yep.
I use my graphic design degree so much these days.
Yep, degree in drama. Hosting a podcast.
I draw pictures.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Okay, so when that moment happened and you're sitting in the back of that cop car, do they...
Yeah, they dropped me off just down the road.
Wow.
I can't remember their names. I'm pretty sure they were pissing themselves laughing because I was scared.
Yeah.
But, yeah, they're like, it probably wasn't worth the paperwork for them.
Yeah.
You know, it's just just please. And, I managed to sneak back into my room and scrub the paint off my fingernails and pretend like nothing happened the next day.
And was it just... You 180'd your life from that point onwards?
No.
Okay, right. I was hoping that you would go, it was a pivotal moment, I saw the light, it came down on me, and the very next day I became...
Yeah, no.
No, okay.
No.
Oh, I feel like there's a story.
Yeah, there's lots of stories for me. Lots of stories. There's been plenty of situations which I think the light shining down moment was the morning I woke up and decided that's it, no more drinking.
Okay, so
sober.
that is the defining moment.
I'd like to say it was my son being born, but I got sober after my son was born.
But you could say he was a contributing factor.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I'd given up booze and partying before.
Yeah.
And then fallen off the wagon.
Yep.
And then he came along, and I realised sitting in the back of that cop car, the consequences of my actions weren't worth it anymore.
Yeah.
So that would be the moment. It's nah, I got to stop. I've got to turn my life around. And
good for you, man. That's very cool.
Shout out to Hamish at Takofi as well. He helped me out through that period as well. So I was at Takofi at the time as an artist. And that's such a supportive network and safe space for me still to this day.
Yeah. Yeah, and they really are just a lovely bunch of human beings.
Yep.
They're I've had various interactions with them over the years, whether it be through Plunge Comic Book Convention or Rayburn House or Sandbox. Every time I've caught up with anyone, it's just been very warm and inviting and welcoming.
It's a family.
Yeah.
It's a family. I don't know where I'd be without that place.
You talked earlier about graphic design and you got a degree?
Yeah, degree with honours.
So you got through high school.
Yep.
With your ups and downs. And you were like, you know what I need in my life?
More
School.
I was always good at school. Like,
okay, yeah.
yeah, like I well, except for maths. I think all my report cards say if Mark could just focus more.
If only he applied himself.
If he only applied himself, if he could focus more. He does really well at the things he's interested in.
Yeah.
So like ADHD stuff was just like across, like it was so evident back then, but I never did anything about it.
How many years ago are we talking? Like when you left high school, started uni.
So I left high school in 2009 was my last year of high school.
Oh wow, okay.
So I started uni in 2010.
Okay.
So that's a long time ago now.
Why specifically graphic design? Because there's a lot of different
so
art disciplines, right?
Growing up, I always wanted to be an animator, like cartoonist and drawing cartoons and stuff. But then my teacher in fifth form art worked on Brotown and
outstanding.
There was another one about a night on Nickelodeon, a guy called Dave, maybe, I can't remember. And she brought in some of the things that she had to do for work. It's like, here you go on, try it. I hated it.
Oh, really?
The drawing in the blanks between frames.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, nah, I just want to design characters. She's like, well, you can't do that without doing this.
Yeah.
I won't be able to do this for like 4 years. I'm like,
no.
Can't even do it for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
ADHD. So, yeah. So from that, I was like, oh, that was my identity. Like, other than graffiti, like, what do I do? And then I'd been photoshopping cars for Performance Car Magazine. You used to have the back page where you send in the photoshopped cars.
Yeah.
And so I taught myself Photoshop. It's like, well, you only have to add words and you're doing graphic design.
Yes.
I was like,
a little bit more to it.
There's a whole lot more to it. There's 4 years at Massey University.
I was going to say, I don't feel like 4 years if you just add words to a picture.
I mean, that's a lot of what it is.
Yeah. I think that's also probably distilling it down into it's like...
Yeah, it's dumbing it down all the way down. So yeah, I did. I was like, oh, what do I do? I thought maybe art school. But my parents were like, you'll never make any money as an artist. Go do graphic design. I was like, all right. Did graphic design in the real world for 4 months. Not the one.
So, were there, realistically, other than graphic design, were there actually any other options that you had considered or thought of, or that were practical?
I thought about becoming a lawyer because I like to argue.
Right,
That's what my New Zealand history teacher said. I'd probably be pretty good at arguing my point in court because I'd always choose the like opposite one to what the question was framed towards and argue it.
Devil's advocate or combative?
Just take the hard way. And that's pretty much how I've lived my life. Like it was art or design.
Okay. Would you have like considered, is it Whitecliffe? School of Fine Arts?
I looked at Whitecliffe. I even looked at the London School of Art. Like, I've got a British passport.
Oh, wow.
And so, like, I could go and do that.
Yeah.
If I could get in, but, you know. So, yeah, like, I looked at that, and then there's just this voice. And it's my dad and my mum both saying, are you sure you can make money living as an artist?
Yeah.
And I still have that playing every day that I'm doing this.
Wow,
stuff.
okay.
I think I look at Seek every day. For like, okay, I've had enough. I've got to go get a job.
Right, okay, yeah.
But, so it was art or design, and I did graphic design.
Yeah.
I grew up working for Placemakers because my mum ran a branch.
Okay.
And Placemakers had a graphic design job going. I was like, excellent.
That's outstanding. I know the product and business.
Yep.
I do design.
I know the customers and all this.
Yeah.
Like, man, it'll be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Worst 4 months of my life.
So it was only 4 months?
It's 4 months.
Wow.
I mean, like, I had an alcohol problem
at
this point as well. But the office, like, I knew within the second week that it's not the right space for me, but I was like, no, you've got to do a year in your first job, just like you've got to go to uni straight out of school. It's that, like, old thing. And I'm like, nah, it's probably not right for me, but I'm going to struggle through. And then I ended up in a performance review meeting. I was like, oh, what? I didn't really know what it was then either. So I went to it. And then a week later, I got given my letter to go to a second one.
Wow.
So I left with a payout.
Okay, yep.
Yep. So
Did they just disestablish your job or redundancy or?
I resigned on the spot
Right.
with a payout.
Okay.
They made an error, and I don't think the HR team was very happy with it. I don't really want it.
It is what it is.
It's so long ago.
We can move past it. Yeah.
Yep. So I stayed in Auckland for a couple of months after that, working back in the timber yard, and I was like, if I can live in Mangawhai and work in a timber yard, or live in Howick and travel to Mount Wellington to work in a timber yard, what are you going to do?
Yep.
Mangawhai.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I did the design job for 4 months, clear cutting screws and writing promotions about pails of paint and jib board with no creative freedom.
Right.
I don't do well with micromanaging.
Yeah. That doesn't sound creative.
It wasn't. But again, it's that hard yards job you got to do to get the actual job.
Yeah.
Like the animation thing again.
Yeah. But that's tough.
Yeah, it's tough. By that point, I hated it so much that I didn't even want to apply for another graphic design job.
Oh, so you were like, fuck this, I'm done.
Yeah, I've done 4 years of study. I've got $60,000 student loan.
Yep.
And I'm done.
Wow.
Go work in a timber yard.
And how was that?
Just
freeing?
No. Realizing now, like I'm only kind of realizing now talking about it, like what a decision that was to make.
Hell of a decision.
Probably not the best one I've ever made.
But it gets you like fundamentally away from somewhere that you're clearly unhappy about.
Yeah. So working for corporates, I think, is the thing I've distilled it down to.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
I do graphic design work on the side now.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished a job for Kaihu Valley School.
Oh, nice.
Like doing little jobs like
that with
community projects.
Yep.
I did a bunch for Te Kauwhai for a while. Like I do like little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
So I enjoy that and having the creative freedom that I get doing that. And I've designed about 7 different clothing brands.
Wow.
Like complete brand identity down to everything done.
That's cool. That's so unique.
But then I lose interest when it comes to the production.
But they're only short-term gigs, right?
Yeah. Well, no, these brands hopefully would, like, the idea when I'm designing them is this is the next big thing for me. I'm going to do this. This is who I am. And then I finish it. I'm like, I'm done now. Hopefully someone will, like, one day want to buy it.
But that, I mean, I actually get that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's the time, energy, and investment that's required. You know, you can go hell for leather.
Yep.
And then you can go, I'm done. And let's move on to the next one.
Yep.
Hell for leather. And I'm done.
Yep.
And you're constantly satisfied.
Dopamine fix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that's why printmaking's great for me, to like link it back to what I do. Like,
because it slows everything down.
Slows everything down. I carve a block. I print it. It's done. Move on to the next one.
Yeah. And that's
there's a lot going on.
No, I'm going to keep those questions later on as well. So you're in the timber yard, doing the work. Are you still being creative, or
yes.
Or are you okay? Right.
So I actually think looking like the universe had this plan for me.
Right.
So I'm in the timber. I'm in Mangawhai, working in the timber yard.
ITM placemakers.
Placemakers.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm working there, and then this little old lady comes in, and she's buying paint to paint signs for the Mangawhai Artists Art Trail.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yep, Jeanette Vickers.
Yeah,
she's
man,
an amazing lady. I owe her so much, and I was like, "Hey, what do I have to do to get in next year's one?"
Yeah,
like with you, like, yeah, I'll do the podcast at some point. Kind of throw away.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Do you have pictures of your art on you right now?" I was like, "Yeah." Pulled out my phone. Luckily, camera phones were kind of a thing.
Yep.
Scroll through and show. And she's like, "You've got 4 weeks. You're going to exhibit at my house."
Oh my god!
And she paid my art membership fees. She's done that a couple of times for the Mangawhai artists.
Wow.
For me, and got me, like, pushed me to exhibit. So I exhibited my first 4 paintings to the public because of a conversation at Placemakers.
Isn't it funny how life sometimes does that?
And then I got in the paper for it.
What?
The story about the graffiti and all of that
got
me in the paper. because there was a reporter for Kite Pro Lifestyle or Rodney Times or whatever it was.
Yep.
Back then.
Yeah.
And yeah, in the paper for it, and suddenly it's like, oh, I might actually be an artist.
Okay, that begs an interesting question.
Yeah.
Had you considered yourself an artist up until that point?
Yes and no.
Elaborate.
So I made art, I did pictures, I drew. I've always had this idea about being a tattooist because I grew up around it.
Dad heavy on tattoos?
Mum's family had had tattoos. Dad's got no tattoos. Mum had no tattoos.
But family members on your mum's side.
Mum's side had them. And
Okay, cool.
Cool, like biker tats and stuff, and I loved the imagery, and it's like you see that in my art now. Anyway, I was just like, oh, okay, well, like I've exhibited things, and there's been like hundreds of people looking at my art.
Yeah.
I didn't make any sales that year, but
okay,
that's just how it is in the art world. Anyway, then the next year I did it again, made sales.
Yep.
Got asked to do an exhibition with the Mangawhai artists with Jeanette. So there was 2 rooms, and I had 1 room to myself.
Wow.
These are all paintings at this time. Obviously I didn't know what printmaking was.
Yeah.
And I've had a solo show where I had both rooms at there. I can't even remember how many shows I've actually had at the Mangawhai Artists Gallery.
That I've been there a couple of times. It is an absolutely stunning facility. It's beautiful, and it really does art justice.
Yeah. There is also, being a collective, there's always gonna be things that don't match up quite well.
Yeah.
So my paintings are still like my prints, like skulls, dragons, all of that kind of carry on. Nearly naked girls next to watercolors of beaches,
bowls of fruit,
and like that's great. There's a market for it.
Yep.
It's not me. At the time I was drinking and volatile, so I'm not a member of the Mangawhai Arts Association anymore.
Yep. Okay,
that's fine. But yeah, like, so I learnt a lot through that, and then there was sometimes I didn't have sales, so I got quite bummed out.
Yep.
So I stopped. Moved up here from Whangarei, from Mangawhai to Tiki, and I was studying at North Tech again. I did architecture.
Oh, wow.
This was after my mum had died, so there's a bunch of stuff going on. I didn't want to go back to work. I was like,
right, yeah, okay.
Oh, I'll go study.
Yep, yeah.
So I did, kind of did art on the side there, again, drawing in my book, not showing it to anyone.
Yeah.
And then went to work in architecture.
How'd you find that?
Same sort of thing as placemakers, as head office.
Okay, right, yeah.
Wasn't
structured.
Yeah. But challenging managerial stuff.
Right, okay, yeah.
Trying to find the nicest way to put it.
Yeah.
So I did that. I did 15 months of that.
Okay, so you almost quadrupled
placemakers, but the house I was working on was a multi-million-dollar grand design scale house, straight out of tech.
Wow.
Out of my depth a bit, but pretty cool.
Yeah.
Left that. My now ex-wife was pregnant, so like I decided that I needed to work closer to home rather than travelling, because this was in Mangawhai and I was living in Whangarei.
Right, okay, yeah.
So I worked at Mitre 10 trade office, because it was like placemakers.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Met my then boss, Mitch, who pulled me aside after Grayson was born. I don't think I'd done a full week in the 4 months I was there, because I was dropping out to look after my kid.
Right, yeah.
He's like, do you need to actually work, Mark, or can you just go do your art, because your art's amazing? I was like, I'm going to go do my art. Thanks, man.
Wow.
At this point, I'd sold a painting in a gallery in Auckland as well.
Yeah.
And it was hanging next to Banksy and Andy Warhol and Shepard Fairey in a street art gallery in Auckland.
What the hell, man?
I sat in my shed for a couple of months trying to make work. And then I saw Hamish was advertising a 2-day lino workshop.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I did that. And I never left.
Far out.
So... bit of a ramble to get to where we are.
No, this is great. Yeah. This is great. What was it about that lino workshop that you looked at it and went, yes?
Hamish's art. His art style at the time,
Yeah.
like, I'm still chasing that level of stuff. People have called me a mini Hamish, or Hamish and I are like an old married couple.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You can see that.
Yeah. But yeah, like there was his art. Like he did skulls, he did reapers. His art was in the Whangarei Art Museum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, he actually makes a living doing this.
He's prolific.
Like people know him.
Yeah.
It's like I do that. So let's go learn that. And I did, and then just something clicked with me, and I'm like, I love it.
So how long have you been involved with Te Kōwhai now?
So November will be 5 years.
Wow.
Yep.
So it's like, as of the time we're recording this podcast, it's 4 years, 6 months.
Yep.
Or 4 years, 5 months. Far out.
Yep.
Okay. So you discovered Te Kōwhai Print Trust when your son was only like months old?
Yep.
Wow.
I'd been to the quarry before when we first moved to Whangarei, and I turned around and left. I didn't know Te Kōwhai was at the back.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So 8 years ago, I was probably this close to being like, oh, I could go do this.
And you just went, nah, it's not for me.
It's not for me. Again, I saw the watercolors and wasn't as open as I am now.
Right. Like, okay.
There's no graffiti.
There's nothing that like captures you.
Nothing captured me. Like, it's an amazing space, and I regret my decision.
Yep.
I love going to the quarry. Like I go there at least once a week, and Te Kōwhai, like, and everyone's friendly, and there's like a little group of artists, and we all hang out. It's cool. I love it.
The quarry has produced some just ridiculously talented people. Like we've had Ash Ellis on the podcast a couple of times. She the first time she was on, she sort of talked about her journey and how she was there and her discovery, and then the second time we had her on, she discovered I want to say stick and poke tattooing.
Yep.
And now she's a police officer.
Okay.
I know.
I mean, people will hear my story and probably think the same thing too, I guess. Like, it changes.
But that's the thing, is everyone's story is so fascinating and unique, and it's so them.
Yeah.
And where you start off and where you end up can be, for some people, it's been, they found art at intermediate, and that's it.
Yeah.
They make a living off it. Some people find art, lose art, find art. Okay.
Yeah.
Some people never do art and then go, might give this a whirl, and then all of a sudden they 180 their lives.
Yeah.
It's just so interesting to hear the stories that people tell you about how they got to where they are. So where you are now, where are you?
Where am I?
Where are you heading?
So I've recently had a solo show in Auckland at Eyes on Fire Gallery.
Oh, wow.
They posted up this thing like, hey, like, we've got a gap in our schedule. Does anyone want to fill it? And I just read it's going to sound so egotistical, another news article about myself where I like pulled off an art show in 10 days.
Right.
At the Mangawhai Artists. And I was like, you know what? I can do this.
You'd done it. You'd already proven you could do it, right?
Yeah.
So it's not egotistical. If you've done it on more than one occasion,
yep.
You're just simply backing yourself, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pulled that off and had a solo show in Auckland. 2-week show at Eyes on Fire on Ponsonby K Road.
I'm just trying to think where that is.
Next to the McLaren dealership.
Yep, know where that is.
You obviously have a McLaren sitting outside, right?
Yeah, that's what that Mazda 6 is. Absolutely, buddy.
Yeah, it's not much difference, let's be honest.
Starts with M and there's a vowel in there, so we're all good. I know exactly where you are with the McLaren dealership as well.
Yep. So
wow, yeah, okay. That's a prestigious part of Ponsonby.
Great gallery too. Phlox, have you heard of her? Prolific street artist. Hand-cut stencils of birds and stuff like that. Yep, so it's her gallery. It's next to her studio and her workspace. I think the curator's taken over it now completely. But
Wow.
so I got to hang out with Phlox and her partner Sweets and Caro, and like I had a 2-week show in Auckland. It was pretty sweet.
Did anything sell?
Tough market to sell art in at the minute.
At the moment, yes,
Doesn't
it is.
help that the Orange Gremlin declared war on gas prices
Mm-hmm.
the day I was kind of hanging the show.
Oh,
So, like,
dumb.
Gas had just shot up huge.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "Oh, what's happening?" And I was like, "Buy my art."
Yeah. Here's a piece for $4,000.
Well, I had.
Do you need petrol?
Had $1,000 like prints.
Okay, right, yeah.
But I sold 2 prints.
Nice.
Through that.
Yep.
Kind of went into it knowing that volatile market.
Yeah.
I covered all the bases for like price levels.
Yep.
It is what it is. I had some really good feedback from some of the top tattoo artists in Auckland.
Oh, really?
Yep. So I had Spider Sinclair come through.
Yep.
And he was like, "Man, I love it." And I was like, "You don't know how much that means to me."
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a compliment.
Yeah.
I know Spider's work.
But it's etching, dry point etching, you scratch in plastic, and it looks like a fine line tattoo.
Oh, wow.
So like, it's a newish technique of mine.
Okay.
And he was really interested in that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "That's wicked, man. Like, you don't know how much it means to actually get some feedback from a creative that you admire."
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Because everybody can tell you your picture looks great.
Yep.
But when you get someone who doesn't care if they hurt your feelings,
Mm-hmm.
and who actually knows their craft, I mean, like, "This is cool, man."
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It hits differently.
So much like, I mean, I got parking tickets, I got a speeding fine, my car got towed, all these things.
Alrighty then.
That happened in Auckland.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I hate this city. But
Yes.
I had that show. Then we had Printopia.
Oh, yep.
Which is the New Zealand Printmaking's Fair, and then so I was part of the Kofo crew for that.
Yep.
That was still the same thing with, petrol prices and cost of living and everything like that. People aren't really buying art. But what happened there was more feedback. Was people were looking for my art or me.
Wow.
And like, I'm like, what?
Like they're actually like actively going.
One of the volunteers was sitting outside having a break, and he's like talking, goes, "Wait, are you Mark Phobos?" I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Bro." Like, what do you mean? Like, what? I just make pictures, man. Like,
Yeah.
And he's just like, "Nah, man. Like, I saw you last year. I was flicking through your stuff when we were opening up today. Like, I was hoping to meet you and all this sort of stuff." And I'm like, "Oh, wow." So I'm actually starting to get recognized. Yeah. And printmakers are doing the same thing too. They're like, "Oh, I remember your work from blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
And it's like, "Oh, cool. I'm like, might actually be carving a name out for myself."
Yeah. And okay. And so we've got that.
Yep.
And what else have you got? Because you, at an earlier point, you talked about a mental health charity that you work with.
Yeah, so Mitch...
Or started.
No, I didn't start it.
Okay.
Mitch, the guy who's the general manager at Mitre 10 now.
Yes.
He started it. He lost his cousin, and he had, like, men don't have anywhere to go with that kind of stuff. It's really hard. He lost his cousin, had no one to talk to, so he started a group chat.
Right, cool.
Faceless, just on Instagram, people could message in, and it's just built from there. So we now have weekly meetings. I run a meeting in Dargaville every fortnight at the minute.
Well done, very cool.
There's meetings in Whangarei every week, and there's a meeting in Takapuna every fortnight as well.
What is the...
So it's changed the narrative project. It used to be called Mental.
What did it... Hang on, what did it used to be called?
Mental.
I've heard of that.
Yep. So we have a black tie every year.
Yeah.
Where we try and raise funds so we can keep running what we do.
Yeah.
So we are a peer support group for guys with issues that they want to talk about.
Yeah.
It's a safe space to chat. So the group chat, you can message in at any time, and there's 100 or 200 guys someone will always pick up and message you, make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
The group we run every week's like a check-in, and it's peer support. So like we just start with how you are to 10 being amazing, 1 being call an ambulance.
Right, okay.
Need help.
Yeah.
And then there's positives and negatives for your week, and then different questions. So it's just like a support network.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have workshops and stuff, but things have got busy. I don't really... Yeah, it's a... And that, for me, when I got sober, I was just started being a part of that group too.
Yeah, right.
So those guys have supported me all the way through my journey. And it's amazing.
It's so interesting talking about this. We've done, I want to say something like over 130, 140 podcasts.
You've had 4 years.
We've had a little bit of time. And it's amazing the amount of creative people that have, at one point or another, just talked and openly about how they've had like shit mental health.
Yep.
We've had John Toogood from She Hard on the podcast talking about how terrible his mental health was at a couple of different points in his life. And and it's not like mental health is so tough because you see someone with hearing aids and you go, okay, that person's hearing impaired. You see someone with a cane or a guide dog and you go, okay, that person is sight impaired.
Yep.
You don't exactly walk down the street and go, depression, anxiety and depression.
Well, you do now that emo's back. They've got the hair.
Oh, fuck, dude. It's terrible.
Sorry.
It's awful. But it's it's that old adage of you can't judge anyone because you don't know what they've got going on in their lives or what they've had going on in their lives. And I read a statistic, and I don't think it's for New Zealand. I think it might be for America, where I think it was every 8 males that take their lives, 1 female does.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is fucking horrendous statistics.
I saw it on Instagram on a reel just before I came here. 75% of suicides are male.
Yep.
That's a worldwide thing. Like, I think might be worldwide, might be... I don't even want to say it in case I'm wrong, but like it's a huge amount.
I think I saw that Instagram as well.
Yep.
A few friends had posted it. I was like, Jesus Christ, what the hell?
So like we lose in New Zealand. I think we lose on average 1 a day. Like, I'm happy to be fact checked and proven wrong. I have a feeling I'll be proven wrong and it'll be worse. It's pretty grim.
It's interesting we talk about these sorts of statistics. And realistically, people are welcome to fact check as much as they like. Yeah. But I think the broadest thing you could say is we are better now talking about mental health and addressing some of the issues that go into suicide ideations and stuff like that. And the great thing is, this podcast isn't monetized.
Yep.
So I have no fucks to give
Sweet.
About what I say. Yeah.
Let's go.
So we're not going to bleep out anything.
All right.
This is all going to be raw. But I think we've still got a long way to go. Mm-hmm. I think that Kiwi men struggle. Getting better as they're coming through. And so as of the time we're recording this podcast, I'm 51. Okay. I fall into that. I was raised. Men don't talk about their feelings. Harden the fuck up.
Yep.
Mental health is important. You need to talk about it.
Yep.
So I kind of have those levers that pull at different times.
Yeah.
And it's a real struggle.
Yep.
Because much like a lot of creative people, I too have good and bad days. I too have good and bad times.
Well, I call it the creative's curse.
Very much so.
Like I can't create without, well, I feel like I don't create without the trauma that I've been through, things I've been through, influencing it or making me need to do it.
So how can your group help other men, because it is men,
it's just men over
focused.
18.
How can your group help people that might be out there watching or listening to the podcast?
Come to a meeting.
Where?
So in Whangarei,
Details.
We're at the Carmo Rugby Club, 6:30 on a Monday.
Oh, it's just around the corner.
It's just around the corner.
Yep.
I was thinking that when I was driving here. I was like, am I going to group or am I going... No, I'm not.
Going to a different kind of therapy.
A different kind of therapy. Group in Dargaville's every fortnight.
Where?
At the Boat Club.
Yeah, that's a Wairoa Boat Club.
Wairoa Boat Club.
Yep. Cool.
You know it more than I.
I do. Yep.
Yeah, and Takapuna, I would check in with the group on Instagram.
Yes.
Or Facebook.
Okay, how do they find Instagram
Change
and Facebook?
the narrative.
Change the narrative.
Project.
Did they ever have a series of podcasts?
We've done some.
Yes.
Yeah. So the beauty of the charity is we're all just blokes with lived experience.
Did this come out of Christchurch as well?
No.
Damn it. There's another one.
There's quite a few.
There's a few. Yeah.
Like Auckland's got For All the Brothers.
Yep.
Which is focused on the tradie area.
Yes. Yeah, cool.
They're a great group of guys. We're just a group of guys scrambling to make this happen.
Yeah, cool.
Because we've struggled and we've had nowhere to go. I've mentioned I grew up at Placemakers pretty much, working in the timber yard.
Yeah.
You can imagine the amount of times where I was having a bad day as an emotional artist, something going on.
Yep.
Got told to harden up, eat a bag of concrete.
Yep. Yep.
It's like, well, that doesn't fix a fucking thing.
No.
It actually made it worse.
Yes. Which is funny because for you, that would have been less than 20 years ago.
Yep. Yeah, no, 20 years ago, I started working in the timber yard. I'm 34 now, and I started in the yard at 14.
And just to put that into perspective as well, that's the new millennium.
Yep.
So it's part of the enlightened age.
Oh no, there's still people out there now.
Yeah.
I am overly open about it.
Mm-hmm.
And same with my ADHD, because I feel like the more I talk about it, if one person watching, listening, anything, it's like, and finds help in that,
yeah,
amazing. And even with that, with my sobriety, I'm like that as well. There's been a couple of guys in my group that have since given up booze.
Mm-hmm.
And I have nothing against people who drink. My issue is I can't do it healthily.
So you're that I can't do one or two, and that's it.
No, I can't have one.
It's either nothing or I don't remember what happened the last week.
Yes and no.
Oh.
So I can have a couple. I can have one or two. Everything's fine. That happens a couple of times.
Okay.
Something goes wrong.
Right.
So I will have a blowout somewhere.
Okay.
So it's easier just not to.
Right. Because alcohol is a natural depressant, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And self-medicating.
Yes.
And the way I grew up, the only way I saw men express emotion was after drinking too much alcohol.
Yes.
It's great, eh?
Yep.
So that's so I had that. My mental health issues, depression, anxiety, undiagnosed ADHD.
Yep.
CPTSD, I think it's called. From
Complex.
My mum died in a car crash.
Oh, wow.
A drunk driver killed her.
Oh, fuck off.
On the way to field days. So to throw that some context, this person decided it was at Hamilton for an All Blacks game.
Yep.
Admitted to smoking weed and drinking alcohol before the game, at the game, after the game.
Jesus, right.
Got into a fight with his missus at the hotel he was staying in.
Yes.
They drove home. They lived in Kaitaia.
Oh my God.
So he fell asleep.
Yeah.
Just outside of Warkworth, across the centre line.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So I lost my mum at 24 for that. Which at the time of podcast is next Monday.
Yeah. So it's currently the 9th of June.
So that accelerated anything I had going on. I was already in a bad place.
Yeah.
That accelerated it.
It's a tipping point, right?
I was working in a bar.
Oh, God.
Already an alcoholic.
Yeah.
Working in a bar. And suddenly I had a mortgage-free house in Mangawhai.
Yeah.
And lots of friends.
Wonder why.
Yeah. So yeah, that accelerated everything and deteriorated my mental health so bad. Like, I didn't want to be here. And that I got sober 5 and a bit years. 5 years sober, 10 years, so just under 5 or around 5 years after that happened.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized how much work I needed to do on my mental health.
Yeah.
Had 100 days sober. I was like, nothing's better. I've just taken away one of my coping mechanisms, so it's actually worse.
Yep.
Had the group in the background, so I just threw myself into that.
Yep.
And like I said, none of us are professionals. We're all just guys with lived experiences. A lot of them very similar. And then some of them are worse.
Yep.
And it's pretty hectic, some of the stuff that comes out at group. But having a safe space to go and talk every week.
Yep.
That's what the main thing the group does. But
and I think that's really important.
Yeah.
a place where anyone can go.
Yeah.
You know, anyone as in male or male identifying.
Yeah.
That can go and talk about what they've got going on in their lives.
Yep.
Judgment free.
Yep.
But supportive.
Yeah.
Always supportive.
Yep. I've never been told to harden up. I've never been told to get over it. No one ever has in that group.
Yeah.
I talk about it outside, and I'm not mates with them anymore. But I'll harden up. It's been a year. Oh no.
Yeah, cool, man.
Cool. Go away.
Yep. Yeah, and you know what's funny is you kind of have the big moments in your life, right? Like the really big moments.
Like sitting in a cop car begging not to be dropped off at boarding school.
Like that. Like the passing of your mum.
Passing of mum.
Like getting sober.
Yep.
And at those points in times in your life, you find out who your real friends are. Mm-hmm. When you're at your darkest.
Yep.
That's when you go, you're there for me. You've said to me, oh, that's a shame. Come back when you're better. It's like, and jog on.
Define better, please.
Yeah.
Someone define what better is, because I ain't felt it.
Not miserable. I don't know. And it's such a subjective term.
Mm-hmm.
But it really weeds out the important people in your life.
Yeah.
I think it's probably fair to say 2026 has been a hard year for a lot of people.
Yep.
After having gone through an already rough 2025.
And a rough 2024.
Yep.
And so on.
I remember Thrive in 25 was the start of the year. And then I got to the last quarter and it was like Survive 25. And then it was Don't Be a Dick in 26. And we're, like Bon Jovi says, we're halfway there.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't really feel like it's just good.
It's
But I went through some tough stuff this year, and there were a few people I had to cull from my life.
Yep.
Because they weren't, when I needed them, after having been there for them, they weren't supportive.
Yep.
And the really important people really stepped up.
Yep.
And there are never enough words that you can say to thank those people.
No.
Because you really do appreciate them.
So
change the narrative.
Yep.
Facebook and Instagram. And you have weekly meetings at the Kamo Rugby Club, fortnightly meetings at the Wairoa Yacht Club.
Yep.
And then you have check out the Facebook or Instagram page for when Takapuna is.
Yeah.
Yep. That's probably the fair way to put it, yeah?
That's the fair way to put it.
Yep. Let's frame this in a way that we started off this podcast, we started off talking about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Lots of laughter, lots of joy.
Well, you get the good and the bad, right?
You do.
And if you don't acknowledge the bad, how can you recognize the good?
So let's acknowledge and let's recognize the good. What are some of the good things that you've got coming up? 5 years sobriety.
5 years sobriety's done.
Yep.
That was February.
Son turns
5 in a month.
That'll be awesome.
That's scary, but amazing at the same time.
Yep.
We've just started late nights at Te again. So like tomorrow night, every fortnight, Wednesday night, if you're a member, you can come along and make art.
What about people that want to get involved or want to be interested? Is there like an open night where people can come down and go, I'd like to have a look?
Watch this space.
Exciting. Will you let us know?
Yep. So
that'll be awesome.
In August, pencil it in, August the 8th, I've got an intro to lino cut workshop. That I'm running. So I'm getting back to teaching again.
Heard it first. Exclusives on Northland Artists Conversation.
Yeah, so it's been a minute since I've done any workshops and stuff. Had some other like personal stuff go on.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm getting back into that. I'm in talks with a couple of galleries in Auckland again about another show.
Yeah, wicked.
So everything's kind of in the planning phase. Funding applications are open again.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm learning quite quickly how hard to get those are.
Creative Northland do from time to time run funding application courses. Yeah. I haven't had a look at one, but I do know that they are quite good. Yeah. I believe Angela Rowe from the Mermaid's Purse.
I've done 2 workshops with Angela so far. I'm probably going to reach out to her about what I want to do next.
Brilliant. We've had Angela on the podcast.
Yeah, I've watched that one.
Good.
I've got recently, so this is my ADHD brain taking over with a new project because I've had space for one.
Right.
I am the son of an immigrant and a colonial, New Zealander. So, my cultural identity, I've never really known. You know what I mean?
Yes.
In New Zealand, it's pretty hard. I live out in the boondocks of Dargaville, but I like urban art.
Okay, yeah.
I like punk rock music and hardcore and hip hop and all these sorts of things and motorbikes. And I just don't know where my identity actually is sometimes.
Yeah, go on.
If that makes sense.
I know where you're going.
So my dad's from Northern Ireland.
Yes.
So Protestant, born 1950, Northern Ireland.
Wow.
Belfast, Shankill,
yep.
All of that. There may or may not be a relation to Ian Paisley. So if anyone knows who that is, you know what you know.
A former podcast guest would know.
Yeah. So I want to go over there.
Wicked.
There's the mural art.
Yep.
Which informs graffiti and street art. There's the conflict. There's the history.
Yep.
There's my granddad was a grenadier guard in World War II.
Oh, wow.
He was in the same area when the SAS started.
Oh, my God.
And then his war records disappear for a while, and then he comes back.
I wonder why.
I wonder what happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I want to go explore my own heritage.
Yeah, definitely.
And see how it influences my art.
Yeah.
Because I've got these 2 things pulling at me. So I want to go do that. I watched a YouTube documentary this morning on street art in Northern Ireland and the Republic.
Wow.
And they had the muralists from the IRA and the Protestants.
Yep. Yeah.
I want to go interview these guys and talk to them about it because I've only got one side.
Yeah.
And I need to go form my own opinions.
Yep.
It's an incredibly complex issue.
Yes.
I'm not even going to touch it.
Nope. Nor will the podcast.
So I want to go do that. And I looked at what a month's accommodation in Belfast is. It's $5,000.
Yep.
But I have an uncle over there, so I can go do that. So there's looking at that. I want to do a YouTube. I'm not going to call it a channel or a podcast because that's too much structure for me.
Yeah, it's a lot of structure.
A lot of structure.
But
I want to go around New Zealand at least and interview contemporary printmakers, street artists, tattooists, that kind of realm.
Yeah.
I think Hamish called the outlaw printmakers. I want to go interview the outlaw artists.
Wow.
That kind of thing. And really push what we do to the forefront. Like, you look online, there's the graffiti battles in Europe, there's the printmakers, there's heaps of stuff on YouTube, but no, it's really flash and really schmick. You try to find the New Zealand stuff, it's a little bit harder. A little bit harder. Like, it is there, and there are people championing the cause massively.
Yeah.
I just think if I can get it to TikTok and Instagram for us trash pandas that can only handle 15 seconds.
Doom scroll.
Oh, this is nice.
Yeah. Colours.
I mean, not for me. I'm black and white mainly.
Yeah. That's so cool.
So there's a lot of things brewing.
Yeah.
I got to make sure I don't let it brew for too long.
Yeah. You've at some point you actually just have to do it.
Task paralysis kind of thing kicks in for me quite a lot.
Yeah.
But when that happens, I go and find something like going onto a podcast to do.
Hooray! Shit, dude, we'll have you back.
Yep.
If you, like, when, a year, 6 months, a year, 2 years, if it gets to a point where you're like, yeah, man, I've got some, like, major life updates and some cool shit that I've been doing, come back on, man. We would love to have you.
100%. So I'm applying for funding for all these things. I'll do, like, a Patreon and give a little whatever. Like,
yeah.
Any money you give towards it, you'll get a print, T-shirt. I've got to work all that out still.
Nice.
It's all brainstorm at the minute.
Yep.
Literally worked on it like an hour before coming here.
Hey.
So I got all that, and I want to, and then solo shows I'm trying to get in Auckland. I have a goal of a show in Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch.
Nice. Yeah, man.
And then I want to hit Melbourne.
Oh.
And then I've got friends in the States. I want to, I think I've got the talent.
So we've got a few life goals.
Yeah, got a few life goals.
Good man.
Need those, otherwise you just avoid things for 4 years.
You did this on your terms.
Yep.
Not someone getting up in your face and saying, hey, man, you should be on the podcast.
That's why I ran away from you one of those festivals.
Yeah, fair play.
But yeah, no, thank you for having me. I kind of feel like I've got probably another 2 podcasts in me.
I'd say so.
I've got a lot.
I'd say comfortably.
Yeah.
And the thing is, we could go on for hours.
Yeah.
But we need to save some for the next time.
Yep. Sweet.
That's the awesome part. Very cool. So, thanks, man. I really appreciate you driving over from Dargaville, coming in, sitting down, and just being really fucking cool.
Sweet. Thank you for having me.
Thanks, man. There you go, guys. Mark Graham, also known as Mark Phobos. A wonderful, wonderful guest. Doing some amazing things for the community as well. Such an amazing guy. Lived a hell of a life for his 30 plus years that he's been on this earth. What a life he's led, and some great stories, and some amazing plans that he's got coming up too. So stoked to see where it all lands for him, and we wish him nothing but the best. Wonderful guy. I guess we always sort of talk about what was the big takeaway from the podcast. What was the most interesting thing? And I have to say, and I have to address it. It is going to be the mental health stuff that we sort of covered, because it's so relevant and it's so important. And, we do need to talk about it, and we do need to discuss it. We need to be okay with it. You need to know where to get help and who to go see. And, he's doing a wonderful thing in that space, as well as all the other phenomenal creative projects that he's got going on at the moment. Great plans as well, What goals? Do an exhibition, Auckland, Wellington, Christchurch, and then Melbourne. Brilliant. I'm going to go to my camera. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah. Mark, thank you so much for coming on, man. Really appreciate it. So where can you, our wonderful listeners and guests, find a little bit more about us? I'm going to run through some of the deets, and you can check us out in the various places. So for the video, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, or Northland Artists Conversation. For audio, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube Podcasts. Again, all Northland Artists Conversation. If you want to just open up a web browser of your choice, like Chrome or Edge, just type in Northland Artists Conversation and you'll find us. You'll find us on all of the different platforms. Feel free to check us out. Like, share, subscribe, do all that sort of good stuff. We'd love to hear from you. We've been going for nearly 4 years, four and a bit years now, and we continue to grow strength from strength. So thanks very much for all of your wonderful support. And if you're an artist and you've been on, or if you know someone that would like to be on, please reach out to us. Our email address is hello@northlandartistsconversation.co.nz, all one word. We keep it super simple around here. Thanks very much. Go to the wide camera. We've been really, really fortunate this year. We've had some really incredible guests, and we've got some more amazing guests coming up this year as well. So I'm super looking forward to it. It's nice to do this format and just kind of do different bits and pieces and takes now. It's so cool. I have to say I'm absolutely loving it. So on behalf of myself, your host, Mark, Editor Lee that is in the studio with me. Thank you, Editor Lee. Appreciate your work. Holla. Producer Andrew, who is currently down with the sickness. Who we got? Engineer Steve. Guys, thank you. And Admin Michelle, thank you so much to everyone. My name is Mark Kelly. Thanks for joining us on the Northland Artists Conversation. We will see you guys real soon.